Hi, Christine. I started recording.
Okay, good. I just noticed I got an alert on
Yeah.
my end. Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome.
Is that an extra one?
Okay. Take one for Bill too. He makes believe he's what he's doing. He's over there. He's on eBay and everything. Instead of being on the meeting, he closes the door. He knows nobody's got.
So I'll leave yours on your desk. Thank you. Wait a minute.
Hey, good afternoon.
Good
Good
afternoon.
afternoon, Chief. Christine, what do we have? We getting close?
Yeah, I don't think so. Not yet.
Okay.
Thank you, bro.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hello.
Good afternoon. I think we are one or two away from quorum.
Okay.
Oops.
I missed you all.
It's been a long day, huh?
Is that a new DCA background, Alea? Nice.
Thank you. Trying to think of who put this one together.
Yeah.
The
that's good.
nighttime view.
Right?
Hey, Doug, didn't see you. Welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Slaughter. Hi, how are you?
Okay.
James, are we still waiting for a quorum?
I think we have, Christine, what do we have?
Yeah, we have 5.
We have 5. Madam
Yes.
Chair, whenever you're ready.
Can we get started, please? And then
Okay.
whoever hops on, when they hop on, we'll just go from there and acknowledge their vote.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. Welcome to the February 20th, 2025 Urban Enterprise Zone Authority Board meeting. This meeting will be recorded. Please be advised that when the chair opens the public comment portion of the meeting, members of the public will be able to speak and provide comment. You must slowly provide your first and last name and any organization with which you are affiliated. Please keep your comments to the topic of the Urban Enterprise Zone program and/or authority. Additionally, your comments will be restricted to 2 minutes. I would like now to turn the meeting over to our chair, Leah Couch, to call the meeting to order.
Thank you, James. Good afternoon, everyone. In accordance with the Open Public Meeting Act, notice of this meeting has been sent to the Bergen Record and the Trentonian at least 48 hours prior to this meeting, and a meeting notice has been posted on the Secretary of State's bulletin board at the Department of State website. James, could you please conduct the roll call?
Roll call will be done by calling out each department. When you hear the department you represent, please slowly and clearly say your first and last name. Department of Community Affairs.
Aaliyah Couch.
Department of Labor.
Keith White.
Department of Treasury.
Aaron Binder.
New Jersey Economic Development Authority. New Jersey Redevelopment Authority. Public members, Carmen Mendiola. William Johnson.
Here.
Douglas Schneider.
Here.
Madam Chair, we have a quorum.
All right, thank you. Before you are the minutes from the January 15th, 2025, UEZA board meeting for review and approval. I kindly request that board members state their name for the record when making a motion or second. Do I have a motion to approve the January 15th UEZA board meeting minutes?
Motion, Doug Schneider.
Do I have a second?
Second, Aaron Binder.
Roll call?
Leah Couch.
Yes.
Aaron Binder.
Yes.
Keith White.
Yes.
William Johnson,
Yes.
Carmen Mendiola, Douglas Schneider.
Yes.
The minutes are approved.
All right, thank you. First up, we have the executive director's report to the board, and then we'll follow up with 9 items that fall under new business. Executive Director Slaughter, please give your presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chair. This report provides an overview of activities that were undertaken by the executive director and staff during the period of January 15th, 2025 to February 20th, 2025. The executive director finished and visited the Jersey City Economic Development Corporation incubator in Jersey City. This facility, supported by UEZ funding, offers shared office space tailored for freelancers, startups, and small business through subsidizing operating expenses and providing technical assistance such as high-speed Wi-Fi and subsidizing operating expenses. It exemplifies the opportunity of innovative strategies to bolster business development and was a real example of how you can establish economic growth from the ground up. I had a meeting with the East Orange Chamber of Commerce. We met with members of the East Orange Chamber of Commerce to discuss the urban enterprise zone. The session consisted of the certification process and how, and by encouraging businesses to submit their application via Premier Business Services, it could enhance their business. Attendees were advised to contact the UEZA certification section if they had any questions or inquiries. Collaboration on the preliminary zone development plans. UEZ staff is actively collaborating with UEZ communities to review and refine the preliminary zone development plans. The goal is to ensure compliance and consistency with the established checklists and to identify the essential elements that should be included in these plans. We just had yesterday a very successful training session for our UEZ coordinators. Our first session with the coordinators in 2025 occurred, and they were introduced to several topics as UEZ, marketing, financial management, and the growth and how you can help run your UEZ community. A second session is planned for the summer or fall of 2025, and all coordinators are required to participate in the meeting to complete their training hours with existing regulations for 2025. This report is a snapshot of the key activities that occurred. We look forward to continual progress and collaboration in our mission to enhance economic opportunities within our urban enterprise zones. This concludes the director's report. We will now review our project proposals for consideration by the board members. To have adequate consideration for each member and each resolution, Christine Ott will read the roll call for the UEZ coordinators.
Good afternoon. We kindly request when it's your turn to present your project that you turn on your camera so there's direct interaction between you and the board. Please state your name and to confirm your attendance. If there's no representation, your application will be tabled until the next meeting. Gloucester City,
Lori Ryan,
Lakewood,
David Klein here.
Mount Holly,
Sean Kennedy here.
Newark,
Andrea McLean here.
New Brunswick,
Maria Cody here.
Passaic,
Ricardo Fernandez here.
Roselle,
Samantha Carpio.
Trenton,
Eric Maywar.
Union
Here.
City.
David Spatz here.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Christine. The first item that is up for consideration is Gloucester City's UEZ admin budget for fiscal year 25 in the amount of $27,500. Before we begin, are there any recusals or abstentions? All right, Ms. Ryan, could you just provide a brief overview for us, please?
Sure. This is the balance of the fiscal year for 2025 for our admin budget. And that's all. But I do want to add that yesterday was very, very helpful. I'm sure I speak on behalf of a lot of the coordinators that it was great FaceTime.
Great,
Thank
thank you
you.
for that. Thank you for that feedback. Are there any questions from the board members? Pretty straightforward admin budget. May I have a motion for the Gloucester City?
Keith White,
Have a second?
Second, Doug
Carmen
Schneider.
Mendiola.
Oh, thank you. Can I have a roll call?
Aaliyah Couch,
Yes.
Aaron Binder,
Yes.
Keith White,
yes.
Ty Cooper, William Johnson,
Yes.
Carmen Mendiola,
Yes.
Douglas Schneider.
Yes.
The motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next up for consideration is Lakewood UEZ Reef Stabilization and Growth Loan Program in the amount of $1 million. Before we begin, are there any recusals or abstentions? All right, good to see you, Mr. Klein. Can you just provide a brief overview of this program for us?
Sure, absolutely. Thank you, Madam Chair. Good to see you as well, and thank you, authority members, for hearing this application. So this is the Lakewood UEZ Reef Stabilization and Growth Loan Program. Lakewood UEZ is requesting $1 million to fund the Lakewood UEZ Reef Stabilization and Growth Loan Program. Lakewood UEZ will partner with the REEF organization, which stands for Ripple Effect Entrepreneurs Fund, and it is a Certified Development Financial Institution, aka a CDFI. REEF is a local Lakewood organization and is UEZ registered. Since 2018, REEF has been extremely successful in providing critical resources in the form of capital and technical assistance to area small businesses that were unable to access capital needed to grow from traditional sources. So Lakewood UEZ, in partnership with REEF, will provide these same services to Lakewood UEZ businesses. Recipient businesses will be UEZ registered and maintain New Jersey state tax clearance. REEF is locally headquartered in Lakewood UEZ, in the Lakewood UEZ, and it is itself a registered UEZ entity. Lakewood UEZ will partner with REEF to provide highly impactful loan and technical assistance products to the UEZ businesses that meet program qualification requirements. And REEF will intake all new applications, evaluate all prospective borrowers to determine if they meet qualifications for loan awards, and provide all technical assistance and mentoring as mandated by the program. We're more than halfway through this. Lakewood UEZ will review all program applications and underwriting decisions and will provide final decisioning for approval or decline of all applications. The Lakewood UEZ will distribute loan proceeds for each approved loan. REEF will personally cover all of their own internal operating expenses, meaning that all UEZ project funds will be utilized for lending purposes only. In addition, REEF will provide a personal guarantee on all loan funds distributed to borrowers, so there will be a 100% preservation of project funds for the stated purpose of the project. The $1 million requested for this project will be used to support a revolving loan program, and all second-generation funds resulting from repayment of the loans will be recycled and re-lent to subsequent qualified borrowers. We're very excited about this project and the immense benefit it will provide to our UEZ businesses. Thank you again, Madam Chair and members of the authority, for considering our application, and I'm happy to take any questions.
Thank you, Mr. Klein, for that thorough and presentation. Sounds like a great program. Are there any questions from the board? All right, may I have a motion for the approval for Lakewood's program proposal?
Motion, Aaron Binder.
Have a second?
Doug Schneider.
Thank you. Roll call?
Aaliyah Couch,
Yes.
Aaron Binder,
Yes.
Keith White,
Yes.
William Johnson,
Yes.
Carmen Mendiola,
Yes.
Douglas Schneider.
Yes.
The motion carries.
Okay, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Take care.
You too. Thank
Uh,
you.
Next up for consideration is Newark UEZ Exterior Improvements Incentive Pilot Program in the amount of $105,000. Before we begin, are there any recusals or abstentions? Ms. McLean, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear when you said roll call. Is it Ms. McLean? I just want to make sure I have it right.
Yes, Ms. McLean.
Okay, could you just walk us through this project, please? Thank you.
Yes. So we are requesting for the Newark UEZ Exterior Improvement Incentive Pilot Project for $105,000. This project will include program support, financial support to business owners to modernize and improve their storefronts. Those improvements will be the outward appearances, facade improvements, therefore increasing patronage and improving the look of the UEZ area. The minimum grant size is $2,500. The maximum grant size is $10,000. Example improvements will include more attractive windows, removal of security gates, awnings, and signage. The $105,000. That budget will include the exterior improvements as well as a project manager.
Great, thank you. Are there any questions from the board? All right, may I have a motion for the approval for Newark's project proposal?
Motion,
Keith White.
Carmen.
Have a second? I heard Keith. Can I have a roll call vote?
Aaliyah Couch,
Yes.
Aaron Binder,
Yes.
Keith White,
Yes.
William Johnson,
Yes.
Carmen Mendiola,
Yes.
Douglas Schneider.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you and welcome to the UEZ team. Good to see you. Next up, we have New Brunswick UEZ admin budget for fiscal year 25 in the amount of $70,000. Before we begin, are there any recusals or abstentions?
Doug Schneider, I'll recuse myself. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Doug. Miss Cody, could you walk us through this item, please?
Yes, sure. Good afternoon. This is the continuation or the next 6 months of our New Brunswick UEZ admin budget to continue staffing and overseeing UEZ services for the city of New Brunswick.
Pretty straightforward. I'll take
Yeah.
it. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Any questions from the board? All right, may I have a motion for the approval for New Brunswick's program proposal?
Keith White.
Motion,
Have a second?
Carmen. Carmen.
Thank you,
Mendiola.
Carmen. I got you. Thank you. Can I have a roll
Thank you.
call vote?
Aaliyah Couch,
Yes.
Aaron Binder,
Yes.
Keith White,
Yes.
William Johnson,
Yes.
Carmen Mendiola.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. Take care. Next up for consideration, we have Roselle UEZ admin budget for fiscal year 25 in the amount of $60,000. Before we begin, are there any recusals or abstentions? All right, Ms. Carpio, would you provide a brief summary, please?
Sure. Good afternoon, everyone. This particular project is our regular admin project. This will cover salary for a portion of my salary, as well as our new record support technician that will be assisting with more of a front end with the UEZ businesses, as well as the inclusion of a consultant to do outreach and certifications for the businesses.
Great, thank you. Any questions from the board? All right, may I have a motion for the approval of Roselle's program proposal?
Keith White,
Motion Carmen.
Second, Carmen, roll call vote?
Aaliyah Couch,
Yes.
Aaron Binder,
Yes.
Keith White,
yes.
William Johnson,
Yes.
Carmen Mendiola,
Yes.
Douglas Schneider.
Yes.
The motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. Take care. Next up for consideration, we have Trenton UEZ Hamilton Avenue Lighting Project in the amount of $135,000. Before we begin, are there any recusals or abstentions? All right, Mr. Maywar, could you just walk us through this project, please?
Yes, we have a commercial corridor on Hamilton Avenue that goes from Anderson Street to Chambers Street. It's roughly 2 blocks, and in the 70s, they put in some decorative lighting. In the 80s, the power plant that was providing energy for those went out, and it had not been, without UEZ funds, we would not be able to repair those. So we're going to get those back online to help this busy commercial corridor.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Are there any questions from the board at this time? All right, may I have a motion for the approval for Trenton's program proposal?
Motion, Doug Schneider.
Have a second.
Second,
Keith
Aaron
White.
Binder.
Thank you. Could I have a roll call vote?
Aaliyah Couch,
Yes.
Aaron Binder,
Yes.
Keith White,
Yes.
William Johnson,
Yes.
Carmen Mendiola,
Yes.
Douglas Schneider.
Yes.
The motion carries.
Thank you.
And quickly, Chair, this is Ty. I just joined the meeting, just FYI. I had Serena call in to let you know I'd be late, but I just joined.
No, thank you for that, Ty. Next up for consideration, we have approval of Union City UEZ admin budget for fiscal year 25 in the amount of $20,000. Before we begin, are there any recusals or abstentions? All right, Mr. Spatz, could you just walk us through this?
Certainly. Good afternoon, everyone. City of Union City is seeking $12,500 for salary for our UEZ coordinator from January 1st of this year through June 30th. So for the first half of the year.
Short and sweet, thank you.
Yes.
And that's a correction on my part on the amount. Sorry about that.
Right.
Are there any questions from the board at this time? May I have a motion for the approval for Union City?
Carmen Mendiola.
Have a second?
Ty Cooper.
Can I have a roll call?
Aaliyah Couch,
Yes.
Aaron Binder,
Yes.
Keith White,
Yes.
Ty Cooper,
Yes.
William Johnson,
Yes.
Carmen Mendiola,
Yes.
Douglas Schneider.
Yes.
The motion carries.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Take care.
Bye.
The next item on the agenda is Mount Holly's preliminary zone development plan. Before we begin, are there any recusals or abstentions? All right, Mr. Kennedy, could you just provide us a brief summary of the preliminary zone plan you guys submitted? We reviewed it, looked at it, just a high level summary would be appreciated. Thank you.
All right. Very good. Thank you, Madam Chair. My name is Sean Kennedy. I'm the UEZ coordinator for Mount Holly Township Urban Enterprise Zone, and we are looking for the board's approval for Mount Holly preliminary zone development plan. We believe that the Mount Holly preliminary zone development plan, the 5-year plan, meets all of the requirements for the state's UEZ plans. The plan aims to accomplish, in basically the along with the consultant, of course, we drafted the UEZ plan, which discussed the history of the township's UEZ, the characteristics of the businesses and employers within the UEZ, analyzed the market value within the zone, and the analysis, given through the consultants. We explored changes to the boundaries of the UEZ and provided recommendations to address potential strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. So we did a SWOT analysis. The township conducted a public survey to obtain opinions. We really worked with the community and the stakeholders in the town, our stakeholder team, which collaborated very much with our UEZ board. A plan, during the planning process, we established a vision for Mount Holly's UEZ and was accomplished through public survey responses, incorporating prior visions for the township in various plans and through feedback and public visioning sessions. Some of the aims of the plan include reintroducing the UEZ loan programs, land use element, placemaking in the downtown Mount Holly, new business recruitment in the UEZ, pedestrian, recreational infrastructure, walkability of the town. And we just would like to thank Mr. Slaughter and the UEZ Authority team, the UEZ board members, and the stakeholders and the community. And also the coordinators, the other coordinators, because I mean, this community of coordinators is fantastic, and they really go above and beyond to help each other out, and it's very much appreciated.
Great, thank you, Mr. Kennedy. Are there any questions from the board members at this time? All right, may I have a motion for the approval of Mount Holly Zone Development Plan?
Motion, Ty.
Have a second?
Keith White.
Roll call?
Leah Couch,
Yes.
Aaron Binder,
Yes.
Keith White,
Yes.
Ty Cooper,
Yes.
William Johnson,
Yes.
Carmen Mendiola,
Yes.
Douglas Schneider.
Yes.
The motion carries.
All right, thank you, Mr. Kennedy. Take care.
Right. Thank you very much. You too.
Next up for consideration and last item on the agenda as far as action items go is Passaic's preliminary zone development plan. Before we begin, are there any recusals or abstentions? All right, Mr. Fernandez, the floor is yours. Thank you.
All right, how's everyone? Thank you so much. So we began the process by soliciting for some assistance. Topology was the winning bidder, and they helped us through this process of the community engagement for our business owners. We gathered information through 2 meetings at City Hall, which was attended by multiple businesses. We had great success with the in-person meeting. Over 52 businesses showed up. We did door-to-door canvassing to our businesses. We interviewed over 63 businesses. We also had 2 tabling events to engage with not only the business owners, but also what the residents want to see out of the business corridor. And we also did online surveys. So we tried to do every avenue possible so that we can get as much feedback as possible. So the things that came out of it, which may be typical for a lot of the other zones as well, is financial constraints on the businesses, a high cost of utilities and obstacles in renting and growing, issues relating to sanitation and waste, relationship between the police and public safety and the businesses, and of course, in a city like ours, parking, and where do people park to go to their stores. So through that process, we started looking at what our program is going to focus on, and what it led to is what we're doing that is working and is correct, and we want to continue. And then we learned about some other things that we may want to look at as we move forward and changing. One of the goals now has always been financial assistance. So having our loan program, our facade program, and our business expansion program is critical based on the needs of our business community. Also, some of the technical assistance, one of the things that came out of some of the projects and these meetings is how popular our workforce training program was. We just included this past year commercial driver's licenses, and it was unbelievable the amount of businesses that brought us employees that they would hire if they had the driver's license, making it easier for visitors and employees to get to and from our UEZ with our bus program and the bike share program that we hope to start. The bike share program we hope to start in the summer. Improving the physical environment, capital improvements, maybe looking at we were successful on our Market Street corridor with some of the lighting, sort of like what Trenton was talking about, and getting people to feel comfortable and safe in that area. And really highlighting what makes Passaic an area that you want to go to, and also finally making it easier for new businesses to open. And we're in the process now through these meetings of doing a business incubator, but we're kind of known for our eateries. So I invite all of you, if you want to taste some flavors of different cultures and countries, to come by and visit us. And we're trying to do it in a different route and kind of pay attention a little bit more to those restaurants, starting out businesses. And we hope that type of kitchen incubator program could kick off. We hope to present that shortly. All in all, we want to thank everyone at the state UEZ for their assistance through this process. And if there's any questions, I'd be open to it. But we're excited about the feedback. And I always say the good thing about these things is you learn what you're doing right and what keeps working, and then what you need to address. And we hope to continue to do that as we grow.
Sounds great. Thank you for that presentation. I'll keep an eye out for the kitchen incubator piece.
There you go.
Are there any
Everybody will be invited once we open it up. How's that?
Yeah, there we go. Are there any questions from the board? All right, may I have a motion for the approval of Passaic Zone Development Plan?
Motion, Ty Cooper.
Do I have a second? I heard a second.
Carmen was second, I think.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Can I have a roll call vote?
Elliot Couch,
Yes.
Aaron Binder,
Yes.
Keith White,
Yes.
Ty Cooper,
Yes.
William Johnson,
Yes.
Carmen Mendiola,
Yes.
Douglas Snyder.
Yes.
The motion carries.
Thank you so much,
All right,
everyone.
thank you. Take care. All right, that concludes our action items for today. We'll now move on to the public comment portion of the agenda. Members of the public, please note you can press *6 to mute and unmute yourself. As a reminder, please keep your comments limited to the jurisdiction of this entity and limited to 2 minutes. Are there any public comments? All right, seeing no public comments, just want to thank everyone for their participation today in today's meeting. Can I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
Motion, Doug Schneider.
Second,
Second, Carmen. I was going to say, usually this is the fastest one. Can I have a roll call vote?
Elliot Couch,
Yes.
Aaron Binder,
Yes.
Keith White,
Yes.
Daryl Godfrey, Ty Cooper,
Yes.
William Johnson,
Yes.
Carmen Mendiola,
Yes.
Douglas Snyder.
Yes.
Motion carries.
All right, thank you, everybody. This concludes our meeting. See you all next month. Thanks for your time.
Thank you. Have a good
Thank
one.
you.
Thank
everybody.
you.